Hi everyone, it's Margaret, and I am doing a special look for my cosplay aficionados and just people who may want to just learn how to do a real classical glamour look, but this is definitely an inspired look for Wonder Woman. And I love her character. I think she's an awesome portrayal of a woman because she really represents so many things. But she's also glamorous, and I think that's what really makes it even more, I think, intriguing because she can really do it all. But anyway, I want to definitely explain how to really achieve this look and really be able to have this look as flawless as possible. So what I'm doing here is I'm taking my model Candy, who's been very wonderful to play Wonder Woman for me. So I want to make sure that her foundation is really even. And in fact, Candy has a lot of freckles, so I really wanted to kind of mute out the freckles, even though I love her freckles. But I think for this, we want a really smooth finish. So I'm giving her an extra, intensity on the foundation because I really want it to look really clean and as even as possible. So that is really a most definite thing that you want to focus on, especially if you're doing this on a cosplay level. Now, for those of you who want to just learn to do this look on yourself and just work this kind of glamour look, it's totally cool, but you can even go a lot less with it. But just because I'm doing this more for Halloween or cosplay, I'm going a little bit more theatrical. So now that the foundation's set, and I used, as far as the foundation, I used a really good coverage like silicone base, and I think that's really important. So now I'm setting it with my sponge, my triangular sponge, putting some loose powder and just setting it because that really gives it a nice um, even setting to the skin. And then what I'm going to do now is take some of the loose powder and just create a nice set underneath the eyes. And see how everything is starting to really create a nice matte, even tone? And that's really what you want to do. It's really important that you really achieve this. So now I'm taking my complexion brush and just doing a final blend and final just setting. And this gives it a nice palette to work with so you can really get a nice look started. So now I'm taking a white kind of slight pearlized highlighting powder and I'm going to put the highlighting powder on the brow bone, and then I'm just going to open her eyes up a little bit because her eyes tend to go in a little bit more. So I want to open them up using my shadows and light technique and using the highlighting powder on the inner part of the lid as I'm doing right here. That gives it an optical illusion of opening the eyes up, and it's a really good trick. And if you're interested in learning that, you can definitely check out my website, and I'll give you that information in a bit. So I'm taking this kind of skin tone color, slightly, just muted skin tone color shadow. And it has a little bit of a shimmer. It has a tinge like of a little bit of like a nutmeggy color, but it's very, it's warm like the skin. It's really beautiful. And see how you can see it on the lid. It's just, it gives it a little bit of oomph, but it's still very natural. So now I'm taking my blending brush and I'm merging the highlighting powder and that skin tone color shadow, and I just kind of blend it all together. Now I'm going to line the underneath the eyes with my straight flat brush and just give it a nice line of that color right underneath just to give it a slight support. And this does a very slight effect to the eyes, even though you can't really see it, but it really does. So now I'm taking like just like a step and a half darker than that nude color shadow that I put on the lid. And I'm just going to get right into the crease and just go along do a triangular kind of cut crease effect. And just this gives it like a very nice depth to the look without making it look so overly intensified, and it just gives it a little bit more intensity in the crease and just gives it more of a sunken feeling. So now I'm taking a strong brown shadow powder for the brows, and I'm just giving it a really nice um, shape to the brows. Now I'm going with Candy's natural shape because she's got fantastic brows. And so I'm just going to go with her natural arch. But I'm really filling it in and I'm really giving it a strong brow because Wonder Woman definitely has great brows. And it's very expressive and very strong. And I think the arch is really important. So now that I filled it in, I'm just going to brush it in with my mustache brush just to give it a little bit more blending and softness. And then I'm going to take my black mascara and really give super coated mascara on the lens. Now, if you want to learn my techniques, you can, and if you want to just do online training, or you can come in for a private training, or you can do a blended training, you can check out www.mkcbeautyacademy.com. Now, if you're a subscriber, you can get 50% off. And we also do on portfolio training workshop where you can build your portfolio if you're a makeup artist, model, actor, hairstylist, and you want to come in and get a really nice portfolio built up. Because some people who have the skills, they don't have the presentation. So that's a really great way. Okay, so now I'm using a black liner, and it's a wet liner. I'm not using gel, I'm using a wet liner. And I always start from the middle, right on the lash line, and then I go out just to create a nice shape. And I start really thin, then I go back from the tear duct from the inner part of the eye. But I really like that kind of like thin to thick feel and a swoop up. And it's really a kind of a nice strong swoop up of a liner feel because it gives it a nice strength to the eyes. And you'll see the finished product when I'm done. But see how just giving it a little bit of a tail kick. And now I'm taking this kind of orangey, peachy, soft blush, and I'm just going to go right on the apples of her cheeks. And if you look at the liner, you can see how it's setting. It's very subtle, but it's still has a nice strength to it. And really, you don't want to overdo it, but you want to definitely give it a little bit more of a kick. So now I'm taking this black shadow, and I'm taking my flat edge brush, and I'm just going not all the way, I'm not connecting the liner, but I'm just giving it a little bit of the black powder right on the lash line on the lower. I'm not going all the way in and I'm not going all the way out. I'm just going from the middle to the outer, but not connecting the wet liner, just to give it a little bit of support. And now I'm taking this like blood red color, lip color, and I'm just gonna give it a nice, intense, sexy red lip. And this is really important. Now, you know, if you look better with a darker red, that's fine. I like this color because I think it's a classic red. It has a little bit of a you know, like kind of a orangey feel to it, but it's really classic red. It's a hot fire engine red, and I think it's really strong but feminine. You can go deeper with it, you can go more wine with it, but I really love this look. So it's really, and it's also up to what kind of costume you're going to be putting on, because I know Wonder Woman, she has the retro costume, and then I know she has a movie coming out. So you want to definitely match up whatever is going to be your taste. So I'm taking this metallic highlighted powder and just going right on the brow bone right there just to give it a pickup. And then I'm going to just do a last minute blend. And really, this is a very retro, kind of cool, classic look. But here's my take on Wonder Woman. I hope you definitely try this out, and it'll be a great look for Halloween, or if you're into doing the cosplay, definitely check it out. And thank you so much for watching. And if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe and stay tuned for more. Bye!